a woman and you enjoy having the right to vote, then you need to listen up, because they, and you know who they are, I don't have to tell you because we all know, are coming for your right to vote. They are introducing HR 22 to the House and to the Senate. HR 22 is a SAVE Act, and it's basically on the premise that there's massive voter fraud out there and they want to safeguard our votes. Right? There's negligible voter fraud in this country, okay? The level of voter fraud that there is in this country, yes, it absolutely could affect an election for school council in a town of like 5,000 people, okay? It's not anywhere near the level that could impact things on a state level or on a national level. It's not happening, okay? That's not what's going on in this country. Voter suppression, however, that's a thing. Yeah, and that's something that's happening actively right now. The SAVE Act is suppressing votes of primarily women because it's saying that you have to have multiple forms of identification to prove that you're a citizen, okay? Birth certificate, social security card, passport, whatever. You know whose names don't match up on a lot of those documents because they changed their name at some point in their life? Married women. Yep, married women who change their name. Their names do not match up on their birth certificate, which is grounds for them to reject you as a potential voter. All right. I have some friends who are very smart women, and I know that they have a lot of faith in humanity. And they're like, oh, but like you just bring, documentation with your marriage license and like all the stuff of you changing your names. Yeah. Who has that on hand at all times? Who's organized enough? I know I'm not. Okay, I barely know where my birth certificate is. I know I have it in my possession somewhere. But that little extra step, or that big step, if you don't have these documents, they know that that's enough to deter someone, or at least to get them like procrastinating enough that they're not going to actually go and register to vote. All right. And also in the SAVE Act, it doesn't say that that is exactly what you can use to get registered. It says that it is at the discretion of the state. And you know what states will probably not accept those things? Red states. Red states, where they are actively trying to suppress the votes of minorities and women. So here's what you can do. You need to call, and I've put together a whole list and a whole guide and all the scripts and even a video fucking tutorial on how you can call these people who are sponsoring this bill. And I wrote a very polite script that you can read to express your displeasure at what they're trying to do. But you don't have to be polite, okay? You can be full of hellfire rage, and you can swear, and you can, I wouldn't threaten because, people are listening, but take it up a notch. Be the problem. Because we cannot lose the right to vote, because we all have seen the studies that if only men voted in this country, we would have Republicans every single time. But if only women voted, we would have Democrats every single time. All right. We need to guard our right to vote. All right. If you want this guide, then shoot me a DM with your email address, or just write in the comments, give me the guide, and I will DM you and get your email address. But we need to create a problem for them so that this cannot be put to a vote, that it cannot be passed, and that we don't then in a year and a half, 2 years, have to fight for our right to vote again when we're at the midterms, or fight for our right to vote again when we're at our next presidential election. Okay. Thank you very much for listening. And again, if you would like that guide, then DM me your email or just write in the comments that you would like the guide, and I will, get your email and send it to you. All right. Thank you.